Okay, so welcome back to part 39 of the C8 Corvette surface design in Solidworks. So we are continuing on with the rear parts of the C8 Corvette bumper area. I mean, after the headlights is just, it seems like the designers, after they finished the headlights, they just said, you know what, let's just finish the model here. Because obviously everything else after the headlights is just the finish up surfaces here. I mean, you have some connecting boundary surfaces here, which connects to these, not even straight with anything bracket here. All right, so anyways, let's create the rest of these rear section here, and of course, everything down here is just an easy designs over there. Okay, so I haven't mirrored anything over yet, and I'm not going to. Please note of this sketch here. So if it disappears at some point, you remember that is a 3D sketch 236. All right, so I want to hide some of the planes here. I'm going to hide this one. I'm going to hide these construction lines as well, and then I'm going to try to hide this here. Just a point. I want to close up this area so it becomes one surface. So I want to grab a 3D sketch, which is going to be a 3D spline. Point to this edge here. We pull a little bit. I want to make sure that we are touching that edge. Let's delete that. We took that off from there. So let's edit. I'd add that line back in there into this here. And let's give it a profile. Something like that. Okay, that's probably enough. Okay, and just come in here, jump surfaces, and fill surface with sketch. This edge here, that filled up nicely. Okay, so that's now closed up. Maybe I want to edit sketch actually. Sketch. I'll pull this sketch a bit further up. Actually, yeah, I know that's going to happen. Delete the surface and delete this. All right, so let's delete it here then. All right, so add that again. 3D sketch, 3D spline from this point to here, all the way out here, and we're going to add the profile back on. All right. Okay, jump in field surface. That's already selected. This edge and edge here. Okay, great. And now, so remember this one is 3D sketch 236. And the next sketch I want to add is go from this point down to here somewhere. All right. And that will define that beautiful step that is underneath the tail. And we want to give this a nice profile on here. So maybe just a tiny bit lower. Somewhere there. So it comes down like that. Okay. And then I want to add a little bit of curvature on this end as well, and that will be sufficient enough. Okay, and the most profile this spline is going to get is going to be from this side. So just a tiny bit here, and then pull this all the way out here. All right, then let's jump back into the actually just not. All right, then let's add tendency with this face and this 3D spline. Okay, just double check that straight. So maybe pull this a little bit out just to straighten this curvature out a tiny bit. And that will be it. That's good. And that will create that beautiful step that is underneath the tail light. All right. Okay. So once we have that done, exit sketch. And remember, the sketch is 236, 3D sketch 236, 236. Okay. And let's grab another 3D sketch here, all the way down here. Another. And do a few connections onto this edge. All right. So that's good. And that's the sketch. And then you already know you're going to do a boundary. Select this line and this line. Direction 2, let's select and this line here. All right. And then we already have tangency with that line. So we can press OK. We can try and add that tangency further. Not that it needs, but on to vector. No. And base. It's already tangent because of the curvature here. Okay, so first let's take this here. All right, good. Okay, so we have a beautiful surface here that wraps around all the way throughout and creates that beautiful light break right on that corner. All right, so 236, we need to find 3D sketch 236, 236, 235, and 235. 3D sketch 207, 109, 236. This is the one, so it's right there. So press 2. We're going to need that still, and then boundary and just connect wedges here. So I already connected to that one, and I already connected to this line here. Okay, that's perfect, and we have a beautiful step right underneath that great assembly of headlights that's sticking out underneath it. Okay, so that's perfect. We're still not going to mirror over anything, but we can possibly fill in this section here. So let's try a fill surface. If this won't do it, then we're just going to add some 3 sketches, which will sketch, grab this, and just I'm going to bring our shaded edges in a minute with a black dot. Oh, that didn't register. Point, and let's try and build surface now. This line here, good, and that is perfect for that surface. All right, so now that's done, and then we still have our 3D sketch. Unfortunately, we picked up a pink line here, so I come back to you when I get rid of that one. All right, so back, and in case you didn't know how to get rid of pink lines anywhere, just save your model and then restart the software. Okay, so continuing on, I'm going to surface here. Okay, good. And then we're going to continue with creating this inlet area here, and then we'll see. And then of course we have to check all these surfaces and mirror everything over to the other end. But first, let's create this inlet here, and then we will focus on and we will create these honeycomb structures afterwards. Okay, so let's get into view here. And then to create that honeycomb structure, we're going to make a cut out of this whole surface here. And then for that, we're going to make a sketch on the right plane. And let's do some splines here. And just want to have a look at that picture. Yeah, it's kind of like a triangular shape, some sort, but it's straight. The cut is straight on the outside. So let's start from about here. Let's start from about here, and then up, come up to here, come down with this line all the way to the edge. And then convert this edge here. Just got the rest. Well, that won't do. So get into the spline again, and then just follow that edge. Okay, and then let's trim that surface. Trim, and the sketch is already going to be that, so we're trimming out. Okay, now actually I want to go back here and sketch, and I want to pull the corner up a bit, like so. And I want to give a little profile just to follow that area. And then we don't need a profile here. And exit sketch. All right, and that looks a lot better here. And then to create the area for the inlet, we're gonna have to add some a plane somewhere in here. So first I want to grab a reference line. So let's make a sketch on the top plane and let's convert this edge here. So it gave us that beautiful left reference line to add our plane. Exit the sketch. And then let's make a sketch on the top plane. Sketch, normal to profile. So then we can see where our inlet should be. So and the center line. And it's going to the inlet is going to fall in to somewhere about here, not too deep, obviously. So somewhere here, and in an angle, of course. The sketch, and let's add that plane on that line. So select the line, select the point, and the guys, I just want to let you know that if you're just tuning into my channel, I would appreciate it highly if you would subscribe to my channel and if you would follow the tutorial from the beginning, from part 1. You know what, you would learn some, from my tutorials if you're a pro designer, because I'm always learning, even from beginner designers all the time. Okay, so let's click on that plane, make a sketch on that, and then let's add that inlet area there. So obviously we're gonna make straight up and then like that. So straight like that. All right. So let's make that from a spline. All right, from the spline. And on this area, it's actually quite close to the this edge here, but it's smaller in every way. So let's drop that first line somewhere here, and then bring it down to about there. Let's grab that other spline and then bring it to about here. And let's grab another line and let's make that perpendicular with that one and bring it down to about here. And another spline connecting these two. And let's keep the profile, something like that, and let's give this a profile, something along. Bring that down here, bring that up here, right? So ours is actually going to look better than the real one. So exit the sketch, exit this sketch, and let's have a look at that sketch where this ends up. It ends up in a perfect spot for us for that inlet. And then you already know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to connect these lines together. All right, so let's jump into the surface and select this. Select manager and select this line, and okay, obviously connect this. And we could add a profile on these surfaces, but we're not going to, don't need that. And press OK. And we want to bring back that sketch, of course. So show that. Stay on forever. And then boundary surface this line and then selection manager this line here. Okay. Again, flip this. And then for direction 2, select this line here. Okay, so for this one, let's see if we can connect to that surface. I should be able to. Right. Okay, so we're gonna connect into that one, right? So surface selection. Actually, add a 3D on that surface. Sketch 3D design, and let's bring that from here. And bring it in to that point. Okay, and then let's just double check that. What's that blueness there? It just went crisscross. Let's delete it. Right. So let's try to add that again. That point. Okay. So let's hopefully we won't get any issues this time. Okay, so it generated that very nicely. To under surface, and it's already it's not. Select the sketch, and let's select this line here. Actually, let's select it with select manager. So select the line. Okay, and for to let's select sketch here. Okay, and it created something like that, which is not good. So let's delete that first. And then let's do boundary without select this manager. If not, we can add a line as well. Okay, a lot better. Okay, and then the last one here, boundary surface, selection manager. Okay, and then of course the edge here. Okay, and we will connect them together. All right, so that created that awesome exit inlet. So let's do this sketch, 3D sketch, just a normal sketch, hide that one. Okay, so let's try to knit them together. Control. Okay, and then let's knit to the outside surface. This one here. So I did not knit it to this one. All right. All right. So that's good. And then now the most important part is adding that here. So let's try 10 corner. No, probably not. Let's try 1 or 5, 7, 6, 5. That's the only one that allows us to do. And this one here maybe going to be a different one. So on that, and that's good there. Maybe it should be a bit less, but let's do a bit less. Edit the picture. Yeah, let's make it 3. And 3 is a lot better, I think. A lot more sharper. Okay, and then let's add that on here. Good. And let's add that fillet on here, and I want quite a bit here. So maybe try 10. Maybe 5. I won't do 5. Then let's pick this. Let's do 7. Okay. Let's do 8. No. Why is it not doing 9 then? Let's try that again. Let's try a fillet, right? So it attempts to fillet is with this side and then this one. And they're both facing inwards. And let's try 5. Let's these arrows. And still not all right. So let's try again with fillet. Okay, so 7, 9. Okay, let's try 10. Okay, 20. All right, there now we're getting there. 25. 25. Let's do 30. And it did do the 30, and that's the fillet we were looking for, so okay. And that's it. That's created the beautiful drop-in. We could have created differently, I mean adding splines, but I think that's perfect as it is. However, I want to do this fillet here. Okay, and then I just want to leave it straight. Alright, and I'm not going to add fillet here. Alright, so that's perfect. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to mirror over as many surfaces as we need to. So I'm going to Futures mirror. Of course, we're going to use the front plane as always. And then I'll the mirror. Start with this here. And I'll inside the part. And everything we can. Quite a lot of surfaces. Use this one as well. And that whole piece here. Stop a second. And then I'll try and do the small piece here as well. And then we have one small piece down here. And press OK, and hopefully it will generate that. Okay, so let's jump over to this side and see if we haven't filleted anything. So I'm missing some pieces here, like this headlight, the lower headlight, and this area, this headlight here. So that one and that light there. Mirror. Front plane. And then body mirror. So the headlight, no, I mean the tail light, and then the inside surface. Press OK. And we will see later on, of course, if we missed anything. So everything seems to be here, mirrored over everything, and the small pieces as well. Okay, that looks good. We still have our 3D sketch there. Okay, fantastic. So I'm going to leave this tutorial here, and then see you back in the next tutorial where we are going to create the honeycomb structure here and the rest of this area here. All right. Thank you very much.